So if you had asked me in November of 2021, when Bitcoin got the futures approval and Bitcoin was trading at 68,000, and you said to me, Anthony, you invite me on, that Anthony, where will Bitcoin be trading in October of 2024, 3 years later? I would have said, $150,000, $200,000. But that didn't happen. And so we went from here, we went down, and then we went back up. And so it looks flat. Gold has added maybe just under $6 trillion of market capitalization over that period of time. Said differently, if Bitcoin added $5 to $6 trillion of market capitalization, it would be $300,000 to $400,000 per coin. So this is a regulatory morass. This is a net that caught the industry and slowed down the growth.
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now, guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. Anthony Scaramucci, Skybridge Capital founder and managing partner, discusses why Bitcoin is the best investment idea for both Wall Street and the retail community.
By the way, I think we're doing great. I think the industry's best years are ahead of it. I think that we brush back these regulators. We won a ton of court cases. We put lots of pressure on people in government to depoliticize the regulation and to make the regulation more bipartisan and less one-sided. And so I predict whoever wins the election, I'm happy to talk about that, but whoever wins the election, the era of Gary Gensler and Elizabeth Warren. So Elizabeth Warren is Batman or Batwoman, and Gary Gensler's Robin. They're driving around in the anti-Bitcoin. It's like, I'm mixing metaphors. It was like the Ghostbusters, with the big circle and the red bar through it. They're in the anti-Bitcoin mobile, driving around, wreaking havoc, and they slowed down growth. They slowed down adoption. But I think that regime is over. If Trump wins, Gensler says he's going to stay on, but I predicted he won't. They'll put too much pressure on him. He'll end up leaving. If Harris wins, I think from the people I've talked to inside the administration and the people, obviously the Biden administration, but also the Harris team, they recognize that they've been on the wrong side of this. And she put some words in a speech recently that she wants to be a leader in blockchain. If you talk to guys like Mark Cuban or Mike Novogratz, we're putting a heavy push on them. I've been in several meetings. One was with Chuck Schumer. One was with Anita Dunn, who's now working on the Harris PAC. She was inside the White House at the time. I was joined with Cuban, Novogratz, others from the industry to talk to them about getting the regulation right. Mm-hmm. So last point, I'm sorry being so long-winded, but just this last point, I want the crypto regulation to be bipartisan. Mm-hmm. The risk that you're running, if Donald Trump wins the presidency, the Democrats have had a tendency, this is a criticism, by the way, of the Democrats, they have a tendency, whatever Trump likes, we don't like.
Right.
So he puts in policies at the border that is restricting the flow of illegal immigration. Okay. And Trump is disliked. Biden gets the job. They reverse all those orders. They just want, well, anything Trump did is bad. Mm-hmm. So let's reverse all the orders. Now, ironically, they didn't reverse the orders on the tariffs, which is interesting. They usually reverse everything of Trump's. So it's just something I worry about. If it's too Trumpy, the Democrats may be reactionary. And again, that's a criticism of them. We should be in a pro-crypto, pro-adoption regime. So I know it was long-winded, but I wanted to give you a full context of everything I'm thinking.
The entire crypto market jumped on October 15 as investors shrugged off mixed responses to China's stimulus package and a recovery in U.S. equities appeared to rekindle October hopes. The total crypto market capitalization has risen by approximately 2.2% in the last 24 hours to reach $2.3 trillion. The rise in market cap includes gains from Bitcoin. Today's rally mirrors the strength witnessed in U.S. equities. The S&P 500 hit a new all-time high of 5,871.41 on October 14, and it's up approximately 2.6% month-to-date. This performance highlights the impact of the surge in the valuation of the largest companies listed on stock exchanges in the United States. The S&P 500 is up plus 43% since October 2023 and set to post one of its best 12-month gains in history, declared capital markets commentator the Kobayashi letter in an October 14 post on X. The return of excitement around tech and artificial intelligence saw Nvidia's stock price hit a new all-time high on October 14, lifting its market value to $3.39 trillion. This is likely to propel tokens in the AI sector and other cryptocurrencies too. Meanwhile, market participants still have their focus on the U.S. Federal Reserve's decision following a two-day Federal Open Market Committee (FOMC) meeting scheduled for November 6 and November 7. The U.S. Central Bank is expected to continue cutting rates on November 7, but it may not be as aggressive as the 50 basis point cut it began with on September 18. According to data from CME Group's FedWatch tool, the odds of a 0.5% rate cut at the November 7 FOMC meeting have reduced to 0% at the time of writing, against an 87% expectation of a 0.25% rate cut and 13% possibility of rates remaining unchanged. The market recovery further reflects a growth in bullish sentiment by spot Bitcoin exchange-traded fund, ETF traders and investors. The U.S.-based spot Bitcoin ETF witnessed net inflows of $348.5 million during the week ending October 11. The trend continued into the week, with the ETF witnessing $555.9 million in inflows on Monday, October 14, bringing the net ETF reserves to $19.4 billion.
Tell you the bad news about Washington, it doesn't work like business. We're all incentivized by money. In Washington, there's so many other things that incentivize these people. But Elizabeth Warren is arguably one of the most powerful people in Washington. And so you said, well, how could that be, Anthony? She's only passed one law in 12 years. Isn't she an ineffectual senator? Well, the answer to that is yes. But what she's done is she's put her people at the Fed. She has staffed her people inside the White House on the economic team. She's put her people inside the SEC. Gensler, frankly, is one of her people. And so she cut a deal with Biden. She got this done. And she is literally the president for financial services in the United States. And so very, very powerful. And so she put pressure on the administration to veto that. The administration then went out, Natalie, and made calls to legislators and said, vote against this, so we don't have to veto it. And lots of those legislators voted against it. It won. And so in order to save face, they vetoed it. You see what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, why is she so
all the wrong reasons, by the way, all the wrong incentives, nothing that I just said makes any sense, but that's what happens.
Additional data from CoinShares showed increased institutional demand for crypto investments, which saw $407 million in inflows during the October 7 to October 11 week. The inflows coincide with accelerated short liquidations across derivatives markets over the last 24 hours. Data from CoinGlass reveals that short traders, those betting on the crypto market's downside, have witnessed a total of $136.2 million in liquidations in the last 24 hours. In comparison, long traders suffered over $46.5 million in liquidations in the same period. The data also showed that Bitcoin BTC liquidations reached $53 million, with over $46.2 million worth of leverage short BTC positions liquidated. When short positions are liquidated, traders who are betting on prices going down are forced to sell their positions, often at a loss, even as prices continue rising. From a technical standpoint, total, the crypto market cap of all cryptocurrencies, trades inside a prevailing bull flag pattern, which hints at the continuation of the uptrend. The rally above $2.29 trillion on September 27 followed by a sharp drop toward $2.24 trillion and a subsequent return to the $2.02 trillion level on October 3, led to the formation of a bull flag. BTC bulls face resistance from the flag's upper boundary at $2.23 trillion, also the 200-day simple moving average SMA. A daily candlestick close above this level would signal a possible breakout from the chart formation, clearing the path toward the March 14 high of $2.72 trillion. Higher than that, total may rally toward the technical target of the governing chart pattern at $2.83 trillion. Such a move would represent a 27% ascent from the current level. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Zella. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.